hustle's total. Shanewz starts the wave, the vision is golden. Top tier manager, I'm running the whole scene while these rookies just dreaming. I'm keeping it clean. Shanewz brand, we the kings of the fight. War eagles soaring, we taking the light. Dragon riders gallop, destroy the competition. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision. Check the blueprint, homie, the hustle's total. Shanewz starts the wave, the vision is golden. Top tier manager, I'm running the whole scene while these rookies just dreaming. I'm keeping it clean. Shanewz brand, we the kings of the fight. War eagles soaring, we taking the light. Dragon riders gallop, destroy the competition. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision.
Yes, top of the morning. Man, as you can see, I'm here. Yes, I'm at the desk. I'm in my studio. So I'm gonna be popping up today. Dropping a lot of fire. Yes, a lot of fire. A lot of fire today. I dropped a lot yesterday. I'm gonna be doing a lot of reactions today. I think I'm gonna be jumping up in chats today. All of that, man, because it's time. It's time. I think when you put the work in, the real work, not this internet work, because the internet work is smoke and mirrors, man. The internet work, they can put anybody in position. Anybody. They could just manufacture anybody, and we see that on the internet. But when you put the actual work in yourself, the internet, if you're not one of the people that they pick on the internet, they'd be upset. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I think I'm gonna upset them. I'm gonna pop up on different live streams today, because all I've been doing is putting in my work. And I spoke about this last week. I said how I felt offended because, like I said, years and years of building what I have been doing. I watched the defamation attempts. I watched all of the stuff. I spoke a little bit about it, but a lot of times I just stay focused on what the title theme song said on the vision. And when I focus on the vision, I just stayed in pocket, man. Like my man Troy Archer would say, I stayed in the pocket. But I'm gonna start addressing a lot of you degenerates. A lot of you, damn, I don't have my book with me. My first 48 law book. I'm gonna start addressing y'all. I'm gonna clean some of y'all up this morning. I can't wait for y'all to jump on, because I'm gonna stay on, right? It's no school today, so I'm gonna be on. And when you guys jump on, I'm gonna stay on, because I'm gonna show you what an actual studio setting looks like, not a closet, not being thrusted in the way, doing weirdo shit. Right? I'm going to show y'all that today. But I'm just disappointed. But I'm going to highlight some great content. Shout out to my man GHB, Greg Hackett Boxing. He pulled up on my live stream the other day, and I was telling him, like, I was saluting him, because, Greg is a special one. And I say that in a great sense, right? This is a guy who, when you look at the numbers, right, and you see his record as a professional prize fighter, I remember a lot of these guys, these internet guys, right, not actual brothers that fight or fought or go to gyms, right, but internet guys. They used to always try to disrespect his boxing record and just talk crazy on him. And then when you get a couple of the crash dummies, the sellouts to do it, everybody thinks it's cool. But if they really looked at what Greg was about, they would know he not only is official, he knows what he's doing. But he put out some great content this week. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna save it for Friday to do my reaction on it. Because Friday, like I said, there's no school today, so I will be at the command center. And I got other things going on as well today. But I just felt like Friday is the fitting day to do my reaction on that. And also, I want to address the elephant in the room. You know, I just feel like I said earlier in the week that YouTube boxing is dead. And the reason why it's dead is because the people that they let in the room, right? The people that they're letting in these rooms or attempting to cover these rooms is just basura, you know? Because I think what they do, the powers that be that control this, right? I think they got their agents in now. Because if you notice, a lot of the agents that they snuck on the internet, they're changing lanes. But this was always the plan. So now what they're trying to do is they're bringing in more garbage. They're bringing in more garbage. But the problem is with this new garbage that they trying to bring in, they have no motion. See, the guys that they brought in before them had a little bit of motion. That's why, if you notice, they snuck them in. They snuck them in, and now they're doing other things. But this last tier that they're trying to bring in, these guys are straight trash. Straight trash. And that's why boxing is where it's at. That's why the boxing, YouTube especially, is dead. It's like everybody that sits on YouTube for hours and hours that talks boxing, when you go and check them out, you be like, damn, you got a channel. You have a channel. Like most of these people that are sitting online for XYZ amount of time, they have platforms. But when you go to their platform, you're like, damn, homie, you've been online. You sit on panels and do all this stuff. Where is your content? Oh, that's your content. 3-4 hour live stream. But that's boxing for y'all. It's not boxing. If you can't, like I was said earlier in the week, if you can't come on your channel, right, like this, and rock the microphone, right? If you got a microphone. If you can't rock the microphone, speak on topics, or do what I'm about to do, I'm going to play some of the clips. I'm not going to play the whole live stream, but Greg Hackett, basically what he did, he went to church. I like to call that church. He gave a sermon. He was preaching, teaching. And, you know, shout out to Mama Davis. They might feel some type of way, but he broke you down, Keyshawn, to the T. And in him breaking you down to the T, he was spot on. Now, I took the higher road. Not saying that Greg didn't take the higher road, but I took the higher road. I didn't want to really chew you out, but I did. I said, yo, you always trying to bully Abdullah because you're jealous of him. But I like what Greg said. Greg said the best thing. I'm going to take my glasses off and say this. What Greg said was so spot on, right? And that's just us, period, right? We are so comfortable with attacking each other, right? Like Abdul said, you want to smoke with him, but guys that called you their son, another guy that you missed weight for, you still have not yet wanted to run it back on him, but you were so quick to want to run down on Abdullah. And Abdul already told you, I do my talking with these, man. Abdullah's not scared of you. Trust and believe that Abdullah is not scared of that. Now, don't look, drunk DZ. Don't worry about me reading comments. I'm doing my thing. If one of my War Eagles is in here, somebody handle him. Did I read your comment now for you? You can just slide up out of here, brother. Never been over here, respectfully. You know, never been over here respectfully. Probably didn't hit the like button. Matter of fact, I don't know if any War Eagles in here. Master Rank, what's up? Yo, Master Rank, can you do me a solid? Can you get this dude right here up out of here for me? Just get him up out of here. They sent him over here early in the morning. You know, go listen at 8 o'clock. One of your types is coming on. Go over there. Go over there, right? You don't have to be over here because you are disturbing the program. You feel me? But somebody get him up out of here, right? He's worried about me reading comments, right? But yes, Abdullah will fight you. Abdullah's like that, man. But like I said, I'm gonna play the Greg Hackett couple segments from that. But that's just the problem with the black man. The black man is quick to attack another black man. The black man is also quick to, not know their value, work for free, get in the way, sell their ass. That's why I said the shit about Ray J. Ray J was basically trying to imply like Cam and Mace sold their ass. You know what I'm saying? Have they addressed that he wanted to get them from the bag on some they sold their ass? Like, what does he know? They talked about your sister and dealing with your sister. You talking about dealing with them. Drop that content too, man. That's what the game is, though. And I think they infiltrated the boxing game too, to be honest. It showed. Yes, they do, Master Rank. Yes, they do. Because they're comfortable. They're comfortable with that, right? Like, they have all this built-up animosity. Like, see, I could do that right now. But I know the ploys they do. They put this old crash dummy nigga, right? And that's why I'm going to expose him today so bad. I can't wait for him to come on live because I'm going to stay on for a little while. I'm going to show him what a real studio setup is supposed to look like, not a closet, right? What building a brand looks like. Like, you have to, in order to build a brand, right, which I have done numerous times, right, you can't be the only one wearing your merchandise. See, a lot of you guys, but I get it. You follow these guys. These are the guys you follow. Smoke and mirror illusion guys. They have an appearance like they have merchandise and do these things, but you never see nobody with their stuff. Yeah, they show up somewhere with their things on, being a walking billboard, but who else is wearing your brand? Who else is representing your company other than you on the internet? Right? Master Ring said, when I first met you, I never wanted to talk trash to you, rather show love. That's how it's supposed to be. That's respect. But Master Ring, on the internet, that's what the internet is about. But the people that talk trash, when you click on their pages and shit, they be in the bushes. You very rarely see somebody like yourself that has, look, I'm gonna take my glasses off again when I said it, their own picture up there, right? Because 9 times out of 10, a person that doesn't know you, maybe they might not agree with you, but they're not gonna come at you if they don't actually know you. Because this is all the internet. I could be in character. I could be a Charleston White. I could be like all these other dudes in character, right? So my character offends you that much where you want to jump on my live stream and get active. But a lot of times, like I said, those people that do that, they're characters. They hide behind the internet, man. They hide behind the internet. But yeah, we're going to get to this Keyshawn. Keyshawn wants to go at Abdullah because Abdullah's hot. I showed it yesterday, right? They behind Abdullah, man. He's 21 years old, as they should be. Youngest world champion in boxing. That he gets in there. Right? Oh, there. How'd that hook look right there? Master Mick, how did that hook look? Right there. Bring it back double. Right? But yeah, man, shout out to Abdullah, man. But I love what Greg said, man. GHB Boxing, man. Definitely check him out, man. He's really in the game. Fighter, coach, does it all, man. Salute to him, man. But what he said was so accurate. Like you really don't have that energy for guys that give you that energy. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. He's supposed to match energy, right? Energy. They in here today. Yo, they are in here today. Let me see. It's too early to get the gossip section popping, but I just want to check something out, man. They in here today. While I check that out, we'll play the intro music again.
Check the blueprint, homie, the hustle's total. Shanewz starts the wave, the vision is golden. Top tier manager, I'm running the whole scene while these rookies just dreaming. I'm keeping it clean. Shanewz brand, we the kings of the fight. War eagles soaring, we taking the light. Dragon riders gallop, destroy the competition. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision.
That's the worldwide vision. And the worldwide vision doesn't include working for free. I think a lot of you guys just work for free, man. And you be so proud to work for free. Right? You be proud. A lot of y'all popped out this week, man. Y'all was just proud. You was copying and you was proud. Right? That's why I had to show you. I was like, yo, bro, dude, you not even doing nothing. You working for free, homeboy. You working for free, right? Not only are you working for free, you in your own way. You in your way, man. And it's showing. Your content is, you look. And look, this is to the people that think they empowering you. Hopefully he sells some tickets for y'all. I know the game, baby. Hopefully he sells some tickets, man. I don't think he can sell no tickets because his crowd, his community, they don't buy tickets. Hopefully he can sell some tickets, man. I don't see him moving one ticket. He barely could buy a ticket for himself. So I don't see him moving no tickets, man. And his crowd and his crew or his tribe, they don't support nothing. They like him. They're jealous fans, right? They ain't selling no tickets. They not moving no tickets, man. They jealous, man. But that's why boxing's where it's at. This is the type of shit you learn in the room. At least with the agents, the agents now that have transformed to do other things, at least they are more professional. But when you let niggas that's not professional, that's just jealous, that watch niggas from the bleachers and the bushes in the room, they don't bring nothing to the room. They bring nothing to the table. They not bringing no forks, no knives, no Tupperware, no plates. They definitely not bringing a dish because they can't cook. They can't cook, man. See, that's what's wrong. You letting all these niggas in the room that they don't bring nothing. They bring absolutely nothing. Let's get the joint popping over here too. I forgot. I'm at the command center. I'm gonna get this one popping too, man. Master Rank, you always share the content. Thank you. Thank you, man. Just keep smashing that like button. Donate to the channel if you choose to, right? All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come over here. I still got to start the YouTube, the other YouTube live, but I will in a second. I'm waiting for these other guys to jump on. I'm gonna crash them today, man. We're gonna stream bang today. That's what y'all was always trying to do, right? I never addressed it, but I'm gonna address it today. These guys used to always, like, I never wanted your audience. Y'all used to always do the dumb, goofy moves. I never wanted your audience because your audience, like I said, number one, they're not consumers, they're bumsumers. Number two, they're not about networking. They're about traffic jams getting in the way. Like, see what I'm doing right now is networking, right? You see how I'm talking about Greg Hackett? I'm uplifting him, right? I'm highlighting him. I'm speaking about how clowns that sat on the internet always tried to talk down on him because of his box wreck. But if they really was in the game, they would see like, yeah, this man is a borderline genius. He's a borderline genius, man. He's actually a fighter that trains high-level fighters as well. But y'all sit on the end and, oh, you got mad losses and you just... But what he dropped this week on Keyshawn Davis was brilliant. Brilliant. And he was spot on. And he brought it into boxing. But that shit is what we as black men deal with in life. Right? Shout out to my man Sub-Zero, right? It's always, look, take my glasses off and say this. It's always another nigga you're gonna end up having to kill or hurt. This is life, man. Right? Niggas, it's another nigga that looks like you that could possibly be related to you. Y'all possibly could have came over here on that boat together. But that's always the nigga you gotta put down. That's always the nigga you gotta cop that on, man. Why is that? Because niggas is what? Jealous. Haters. Big ups to all my haters. But yeah, we looking good. We looking good. I'm gonna get the other live stream popping now too. All right. I'm gonna get the other live stream popping. I should have got it popping, but I'm just waiting, man. Because I'm waiting till 8 o'clock. I want to do it at 8 o'clock. I'll be on. That's another half hour. Because everybody be in the studio. It's funny how like dudes sit in the bushes and they watch you put in your work and develop things. The moment I started really going to the studio and developing my recording, niggas that just sit on these, right? It's not wrong with being on these, right? I started out on this. Like now I got a whole bunch of these, but I started out on these, right? And then, like I said, empires are built, they're forged. The more people that started to become channel members, and I built my channel up, right? I started making a couple $100 here and there, right? I didn't take the $100 and go buy unnecessary shit. I started to invest. And I bought microphones. But first I invested in other equipment, like cameras and lenses and shit like that. Cause that's when, look, I still do. You know what I mean? I still do. I still pop out and cover boxing events. But like I always say, I get paid. I don't cover boxing events for free. And the reason why I really fell back from covering boxing events is because, like I said, and I was telling CW this, I told Gumbo, I told my uncle, I told a lot of people this. I said, if going to these events and getting the content, and I came on and I put out the content and people actually did what they're supposed to do on the internet with the content, I would have been in that lane, still covering. But I said to myself, to me personally, it's a waste of my time. I get paid, man. Yeah, well, if I call out of work, I still get paid. But I'm like, when I call out of work, I want to do something productive. Going to cover boxing events, yes, it's productive as far as building my catalog and gaining my experience, but I have enough of that. So now, if I'm putting out content, like yesterday, I did a fire video. Shout out to Ruffles and Doritos, right? I did the reaction, did the challenge, right? See, that content goes somewhere. Whereas when you go and cover these boxing events, if you're not actually working with a fighter or working with a manager or somebody, you're basically pro bono in it, right? You know what that means, pro bono? You're doing free work. You're doing free work. And a lot of you, and I'm waiting at 8 o'clock, I'm going to highlight it. They let you in the room. You sit online for hours and hours, and you have an audience. But the moment you go to the room and you work the room and you put out your content, that same audience that you're sitting around that's comfortable on you, they're not even watching your shit. So that's the consumers that you are telling these people you can bring to the table. They don't even watch this shit, man. So they're not gonna buy a ticket. They don't have the money. They're sitting around respectfully. They probably are unemployed. They're not hustlers. Listen, they not hustlers. They not running the check. The majority of them probably trying to scam something. That's why they have that mentality. They don't hit like buttons. Like, look, you won and covered an event this week. You didn't get no views on that shit. But I guarantee you, when you come on today in your closet or sitting in the car with somebody, that shit'll do numbers. Why? Because you're not doing nothing. That's what people are comfortable with. People that don't do nothing. You don't do nothing. You sit in the bushes. You speak on $1 billion business, $1 million brands, $1 million fighters. But you're not even $1,000 type of guy. But let me get to this Greg Hackett joint real quick, man. Content, man. Smash the like button, man. 5 of y'all up in here. A lot of people been in here all day, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Because I remember when I first started streaming, they used to always talk about Shadow. What's going on? Shadow said $. Shadow, did you hit the like button? You see how I do address my comments. They sent that agent over here to try to disturb the peace. Thank you, Master Ring, for getting him up out of here. I shut him down, right? I was like, yo, bro, get out of here. Why you over here? Why you never come over here? You over here talking about, do you read the comments? Yo, I read your mother. I'll put that funky bitch on the track, man, and tell her, yo, don't come back here unless you got a couple of dollars. That's what I'll do. I'll read that, man. But thank you, Master Ring, for getting him up out of here. Right? This dude just came over, man. He's an agent of chaos. Right? He's an agent of chaos. That's the problem with the internet, man. It's too bad these first 48 laws, the 48 powers, individuals, man. You know? But let me get to this GHB, man. Shout out to Greg, man. Greg was cooking. I'm gonna play some of his clips, courtesy of Two Tone, the superstar. I know Greg makes a lot of these guys uncomfortable. The industry guys I'm talking about, right? See, I speak on Greg because I met Greg numerous times. I interviewed him in Philly, in his city, at I think that was an Edgar Berlanga fight. Or it might have been Tevin Foreman. You know, I've been to Philly a lot, man. I've been to a lot of fights in Philly. But I remember interviewing him then. And then I also interviewed him in Brooklyn when he was working with Cool Boy Step. See, these are a lot of the things that Greg has done in the game that these dudes said on the internet, and they always talk crazy on. But I'm like, yo, this guy worked world champions corners, man. He's qualified, man. He's what I like to call the experience, man. That's why I said, yo, certain dudes, regardless of who's in the room or watch them, I listen to because they have motion talk. If you have motion talk, you're valid over here. You know what motion talk is? What I just said. Anybody that has experience in something, they're valid. He's valid, man. But I remember it was me, him, and my brother. Shout out to my brother. He's doing better. He's out there in Harlem, still trying to find his way. But, you know, sometimes you got to help people from a distance, right? Well, he's finding his way. But I remember we was all in Brooklyn, and I interviewed Greg in Brooklyn. I also interviewed him in Philly at the fights. My brother was with me then. That's when we was with Edgar. At Top Rank. Look, Edgar's a small businessman too, him and his team. He used to be with Top Rank. Right now, I think Edgar's in between promotional things, but smart, man. He made a lot of money. He spent a lot of money, but he made a lot of money, man. So shout out to Edgar, right? If you know that Canelo fight. He got the Canelo fight. He made a lot of money with Eddie Hearns and Matchroom. You know, he had a smart manager. Keith Conley's one of the good managers, man. One of the good managers. That's who, listen, believe it or not, and I'm telling you, he's going to be all right. He caught a lot of backlash to Africa. Africa's with Keith Conley, right? Remember, Africa was with Mayweather, and I don't think it went anywhere. It didn't really go anywhere. He got with Keith Connolly, became a world champion. Now he's moving like a Keith Connolly fighter, if you know. But a lot of, that's a whole nother live stream breakdown, right? And I don't care to do all that right now. A couple of y'all in the building, y'all smashing the like button, man? Are y'all smashing the like button? Hit that like button for me, man. Likes are free, man. Hit that like button, man. The likes are free. All right, but let's get over here. I want to break this GHB down. Am I sounding good? How my levels sounding, man? Nobody let me know, man. They said dollar. So I guess the levels sound good, but this is the guy, the homie.
Yo, what's good, man?
Exploring Doritos flavors, cheddar sour cream versus my usual favorites.
Look. Let me show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna get to Greg in a second. But you see this video I did yesterday? I did this for a reason. It's not a boxing video. It's a marketing video for Ruffles and Doritos. But the reason why I did that is because the boxing dudes that always never wanted to support me, I threw this in their face. You know why I threw this in their face? Because I'm like, you niggas always don't want to support or always critique everything that I ever done. I could do this for boxing, but I choose not to. Because I do this for boxing. You see me in the gyms really doing it. You know how many kids I mentored throughout the week that was overlooked? I had a fight already, put my business out there, said that I made the phone call for him when he was 17 years old. Right? So I've been doing these things in real time, in real life. But when I come on the internet and I talk like this, and I'm in character or I'm in form, the so-called boxing fans, the industry, they always want to critique, oh, you need to do this. So now I do it. I do it with bigger companies, Ruffles, Doritos. I have my kids do it with Ike and Mike, Warheads, and shit like that. I don't, like I told you boxing suckers, respectfully, y'all gotta pay. Straight cheese, y'all gotta pay. Since y'all always want to critique who I was and what I do, I gotta pay, man. Or continue to keep attempting to put these crash dummies, because they not moving the room. They watch and try to copy, but like I always say, you can't copy God's work, man. You can't copy God's work. Stay in the bushes.
Exploring the irresistible fusion of Ruffles and Cool.
Until it's fight night.
Oh man, this is Reverend GHB. Shout out to my guy, man. Reverend GHB was cooking. Now this is courtesy of Two Tone the Superstar. But Greg reposted this, and you see, I tagged my peoples. I tagged the Mason brothers because I said, man, he's speaking so honorable and righteous on an honorable, righteous family. But I'm gonna play a couple of these clips. But man, GHB was cooking. He's good, man. Listen, UGK, man. I gotta give you your flowers. When it comes to dropping your content, when you really want to go in on your content, you spot on with it. Because you did that Brian Norman Jr. one, and I was telling you the other day, today's Friday, I think you pulled up in the chat on Wednesday, and I was like, yo, man, that was fire. When you did that he called you, right? He was like, yo, I talked to him on the phone, and he was like, yo, man, I think I gotta let my dad go. Yeah, that was brilliant work, man. That was brilliant work, man. Subsequently, he let his dad go. Shout out to B-Dub, man. B-Dub's down there in Houston, networking, man. I see he made a post. He's down there with Ronnie Shields. He has a great trainer now. Not saying that his dad wasn't a great trainer, because, I don't want that to come off that way. I just think like his dad was, like he said about me, a fuck nigga. He's a fuck nigga. Right? He tried to put that on my jacket. No, that's you, brother. You was looking in the mirror. But you did a wonderful job. At some point in time, you do need to add other ingredients. And I think you got your awakening You let Bill and them rock you to sleep, right? They rocked you to sleep, as Bill does, the master manipulator, right? They rocked you to sleep. They rocked the game to sleep, truthfully. Because a lot of y'all was on here, and I remember I was like, damn, I think Dad's really going to get beat up by this guy. Brian Norman could fight, but he's green, man. He doesn't have the experience, man. I have the tape, right? Look. You know, my Joe Dini, I have the tape. Right? Shout out to World Combat Sports. I see, look, this is how official I am. Yo, Jihad and Brian Norman Jr. sparred a long time ago, right? I have the tapes, right? I have these shits, right? I remember when the dude, look, this is how official I am, right? If I was everything that his dad said, right? I remember his dad, they fought a fight. I was doing what I do behind the scenes. I helped to market and promote the fight. This nigga jumped on the platform. They won the fight in Vegas. Yeah, he jumps on the platform and he's screaming my name out in Vegas. Nigga, I'm in New York, but I'm that much on your mind. Then he has the audacity to say I was a fuck nigga. Yeah, my brother and them was ready to get at him. I was like, nah, man, leave him alone, man. I said, yeah, he goes off of the internet, man. And then look, it's crazy, right? I remember we was all in the room. I seen him. We was all at the same hotel. I seen him at the hotel, right? It was Jihad Tucker's fight week. I'm at the hotel with my family. I seen him, right? Yo, he said I was a fuck nigga. I let it go, right? This nigga does the fuck nigga shit with Tim Bradley. Remember when he was attempting like he was gonna fight Tim Bradley at the press conference waiting? Who's the fuck nigga, man? I just sat in the cut and laughed. I was right there, man. I shook my head. I did like this. And then I seen, look, this is how LI am, right? We all at the same hotel, right? I'm right, listen, you know how I move. Everybody knows how I move. Yo, I'm right in front of the hotel in the whip, right? Yeah, if I was really a fuck nigga, right? And I have my guys with me, right? Look, I have all my guys with me. I'm in the car, right? If I was a fuck nigga, right? I could have been like, yo, that's the dude right there that called me a fuck nigga, right? I just watched him at the hotel and laughed. I was like, look at this guy, man. But this is what he said about me, right? We all in the hotel together. But you continue to do fuck nigga shit, man. So sometimes you just sit back and let God handle things for you, man. And then my man, you and Greg Hackett fought. Very entertaining, right? Because you slept on Greg. Like, Greg's not like that. Greg gets busy, man. Greg gets busy, right? But I remember, and I remember this dude, what he was trying to do was he was trying to trick me out my spot. And look how God turned it around. You got tricked out your spot. Now you don't even coach your son no more because you got tricked out your spot. And I think had you not been a fuck nigga like you said I was, you would still be coaching your son. And the reason why I say that, and I believe that is, I think if you would have brought on Ronnie Shields or whoever and had them work with you, you'd still be there. But what did he say? Oh, I can't be the second chef. Now you're not even the chef. You're not even on the line. you're not even on the line, man. I remember talking with my cousin, man. Shout out to the OG Buddy McGurk. I was always trying to get Buddy, but my cousin is so busy, man. He's the international stepper, man. He has so many fighters. But I'm grateful. He did look out for Amani, right? But I was trying to some other things, man. But his roster is crazy. He's in high demand. That's why I played that video yesterday where he said 12 world champions. Damn. 12 world champions. That's a lot. Some people are lucky if they can get one. If you can get one world champion in your career, that's a hell of an accomplishment. My cousin has 12. 12. And he won 2 himself. Right? But he has 12. If you can get one, one world champion fighter. You'll be able to come on here and talk crazy if you want to. But you know, these fans don't understand that. These AI fans. These guys are AI fans. Master Ring said thumbs up. Yeah, man. Yeah, but Greg was cooking. Let's get to my man, GHB. Cook him, Greg. I said, yo, Greg, keep cooking these birds, man. I said, keep cooking them. He was cooking. This brother was cooking. Man. Yo, Keyshawn probably seen this, right? Because, yo, let me tell you something about these guys. Yo, certain dudes, they watch everything. You'd be surprised, the boxers. Yo, they watch everything. Now, a lot of times, and y'all know this from me and Earl Spence, right? That's why I threw my picture up with him yesterday. Earl has arms around me and everything, right? These guys, if they really know you official like that, they're not going to acknowledge you, bro. Because they know if they go at you and you get back at them and you official, it doesn't look good for them. That is what EJ did with me, right? He blocked me, right? I was like, damn, brother, you blocked me. I don't even really get at you like that, man. You just know I know you, and you know you lying. Right? You know you lying. Then you knew you really was like what everything that I said you was, and it came out. But I remember he blocked me. Now, when other goofies, right, get at him, he goes right at them. He didn't do that with me, man. He tried to shame me and then blocked me and ran. Now he can't hide no more, right? Real talk. He can't hide no more. But that's what these guys do. These guys watch everything. All of them. Tank Davis, they watch. These they watch everything. Keyshawn Davis seen this. But this shit that Greg did, this is Reverend Greg right here. The Reverend right now. He was cooking. He was at church, man. He said some shit in here. God damn, look, we're going to play it. We're going to play this. Look, I'm going to let this brother cook. Gray was in his bag. We're just going to turn the volume down a little bit.
What I hate? When a man pretends to be something.
Yeah, see, Gray was in church, man. I'm going to stop it. Did you see how he broke it down? Look, where's my rag? I need my rag. Gray was in church. Gray was a fruit of Islam, brother. He was in church, man. He was putting on his sermon. He was an honorable, righteous brother. But did you hear what he said? What I hate is when a man pretends to be something that he's not. Damn. He was cutting Keyshawn right now.
Thing he is not. That shit grinds my gears, ladies and gentlemen. And you meaning to tell me your father is from Cuba? And you claiming Virginia? And every time he approached you with that energy, you never had anything for him.
Energy, facts, energy. Shout out to Cousin Jones with the gift. I see you, family. Always supporting. Thank you. See, look, I had to throw this right here because look, when I'm at the desk right here, cause I can't see the gifts. They don't show me the gifts. So when people donate to the channel, I won't see it, but I'm at the desk. Now, if I was in the truck or my equipment, I would have seen it. But thank you, cuz. Appreciate you. But man, that brother was spot on. Where's the energy at for that guy? Cruz. And Greg is gonna say some more shit in here. Like, yo, you celebrated when he lost. You claim you was getting drunk with and I don't like that. You know why I don't like that? And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna take it a step further. You claim you was getting drunk when you was supposed to fight De Los Santos. You know, that was on a great team's watch. You was with B&B. B&B, man. They was with you. That's when you missed weight. Then you did all the other shit with Wu, with Albright. Right? But look, you have a favorable soul. God loves you. That is why you are getting another chance. You're getting another chance again, right? After that demise, you were getting another chance. But I have to highlight this. And Greg is spot on. Like, and I said it yesterday. I don't care if you get upset. You are a hater. You're hating on Abdullah, man. You see, Abdullah has the motion. Abdullah has the light on him. You're hating. You always want to run down and fight Abdullah. Abdullah might beat you up, man. He might beat you up, bro. Like, this listen, man, it's some shit I could say right now. Everybody knows why Abdullah got his deal. They know what Abdullah did. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't need to. But Abdullah got signed for a reason. He, at 17 years old, they knew what he was doing. He might beat you up right now. If y'all was to fight, he might beat you up, man. You talking about, oh, he gets hit too much. You get hit too. Do we have to pull up the tape with Woo? Right? Do we have to pull up the tape? Right? I don't want to do all that this morning, man. I do not want to do all that this morning, man. Right? You get hit too, man. Everybody gets it. It's the fight game, man. But you always love it. You're too comfortable always trying to get at Abdullah, though, man. What's that about, man? I know what it's about. Jealousy, man. You got to get that shit up out of you, man. Now, it could be, like I said, that's why I'm not really going too hard, because y'all all are under the same umbrella. J Prince Boxing, Top Rank. But the reason why I'm really pushing this is because you wasn't with J Prince in Virginia that time. And you was really trying to get up on Abdullah. Right? Cuz I appreciate the gift. See, I do acknowledge the comments. He said, why does he mess with Abdullah? He's barely old enough to drink. Of course, man. Abdullah's a threat, man. Abdullah Shaka Zulu, man. They see what's coming, man. In a way it's smart and in a way it's not. You want to jump on him now while you think he's still green. But I don't think Abdullah's green. I think Abdullah might beat him up, man. Abdullah's like that, man. Abdullah's like that. But, they want to jump on him now because he's 21. He's still a baby. He's a world champion, baby. You see what I told him? Abdullah's my guy, man. I said, yo, you are the king of the jungle. You are the king. You are a young king. You step, man. Just like you told me, man, I talk with these, man. All the shit you doing for the cameras, that shit is cool, man. I talk with these, man. I talk with these, man. You doing shit for the cameras, man. Greg is gonna highlight that, man. You doing shit for the cameras, homie. You making a scene, nigga. Come around this corner, right? Yeah. We get into hood politics. Like, come around this corner, nigga. You out here showing off for the cameras, man. Take a walk with me, man. We see if you have that same energy. Let's walk around this corner real quick, man. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Come around this corner, man. You're making a scene over here, bro. We can talk around the corner, man. Let's have that energy over here, man. But yeah, man, Abdullah's like that, man. Yo, Abdullah got a deal for a reason. I'm not going to get into the logistics. I know, right? They signed Abdullah because Abdullah was special, and it's showing right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You keep running down on Abdullah. You might get what you're looking for. you might get what you're looking for, man. You know? Yeah, he was looking for trouble, right? Keep running down on Abdullah, man. But let my man Greg cook, man.
But Abdullah Mason could be minding his business. Why? Why do you do that to your brothers? But when it's Adela Santos or your father, Cruz, you don't have that same energy. What is it?
Not at all. That's crazy. That look, I'm gonna take my glass. Look, it goes back to what I was saying. That is the black man's sickness. They're comfortable banging on each other, right? But De Los Santos and what's the name of black African Cubans? I guess they speak Spanish, so you're kind of scared. Not scared like that, but you scared to get at them, like how you do Abdullah, because Abdullah could be your cousin. They could be your cousin too, but you see what Greg said, they're your father and your uncle. So I guess you're scared to get at your father and your uncle. But that is weak, man. That is so weak, man. And Greg, you was cooking this guy, man. You was definitely cooking him.
I am completely lost. And the only thing I can think of is this little motherfucker got pics. Huh?
Yeah, that was brother GHB, Fruit of Islam, man. This was a fire live he did, man. Fire live. I'm gonna get to some more of this, man. Smash that like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Run the likes up, man. We cooking today, man. Let's get the likes to 10. We almost had 10 likes. Let's get the likes to 10, man. We are in the studio. This is my studio, my command center. I'm not in nobody's closet. I'm not on my phone. Well, I am on my phone right now. But I came up, yeah. I came up. These guys, I'm a UGK influencer. A lot of these guys that they attempt to put in the way, in the lane, they copy me, right? They watch from the shadows, they watch from the bushes, and they copy me, right? Everything that I eventually do, they attempt to do or act like they do, because they have the crash dummy syndrome. But I'm looking right now because I'm going to call a lot of these guys out today. I'm on it. Look. I'm on a new level. Look, I'm on a new level. Let me see it. I'm on a new level. Oh, I'm gonna play my theme song in a second. Look, I'm on a new level. Shout out to CW Thumbnails. We taking our time today, man. I should have ran and got me a coffee and some breakfast. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
If you're new to the channel, you're just coming in, please smash the like button.
I'm on a new level. Look, I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level, right? See, this is what an actual setup looks like. Now, I didn't always have this setup. I grinded. I put in the work. I listened when they threw the shots, right? They threw shots at me. I took cover. I threw the shots back. Because, you know, I'm holding. I threw shots back. When I started throwing shots back, what did they do? They ran and got the authorities. So then I had to learn. I said, oh, man, these guys ain't really like that. They just want to sit in cars and, you know, they want to trick you out your spot, right? So then I had to learn, you know what, I'm going to say, I'm going to just keep doing me. But I'm going to step on these dudes. You know how you step on them? You step your content up. You step up your experience. So that's what we've been doing, right? That's what we've been doing. Stepping up the content, stepping up the experience. Yeah. But Greg, man, like I told you, man, keep cooking these birds. You was cooking them. Let's get to some more of this cook. Classic Cook by GHB.
You got energy for everybody else. When it's your something you can recognize, let's say.
Yeah, it's facts. Talk to
But when it comes to them Spanish dark-skinned brothers,
let's talk to
it's something about them, boy. So for now on, we're going to call Andy your father, and we're going to call De Los Santos your uncle. I don't know what it is. So after Wu Albright situation, you never gave us an apology.
Never.
You running around acting like you looking for a fight. It's plenty of fights. Plenty of big fights.
Yo, shout out to Wu, Rodney Rice. He didn't want to run it back with him. And we see why, man. Yo, Wu just gave Frank Martin a fight of his life, man. He didn't want to run it back with him. He beat your brother, right? Shout out to Calvin. I like Calvin. Calvin, they all cool. I like them all. I don't want this to come off like I don't like Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn too. You know? But Greg Hackett is right, though. You don't have that energy for De Los Santos or Cruz. But you have it for young Abdullah. And I see why, man. Like I said, Abdullah's hot, man. Abdullah, they're going to move him. And when I say move him, they don't need to move him. Abdullah fights. But they're going to move. The machine is behind him, as it should be. He's 21 years old. He's a world champion with unlimited potential. Right now, who are the champions at 135? It is him. The WBC is vacated, right? Because they stripped Shakur Stevenson. I don't know who's going to be fighting for it. I haven't really been on it like that, doing any type of research. It's just, I just been doing me, man. Building what I got going on, man. Working with my family. Shout out to my brother. My brother has the Trucker Chronicles coming on. Big Gumbo Sauce. I've been working with NYT Sauce, of course, CW Thumbnail. You see, CW Thumbnail's work is everywhere. He even produces music. CW is a talented guy, man. Now, if you guys get with me, I could broker a deal for you. If you try to go through CW Thumbnails, right, what he's going to do, he's going to refer you to me, and then I'm going to really tax you. I'm going to tax you. But if you come through me the proper way, right, I can set something up for you. But if you go around me, which a lot of you guys always attempt to do, and I laugh at you niggas, that's the problem with, let me take my shit off again, with us, right? Now, if I was a white dude and my name was Heilenberg, you wouldn't treat me that way. But being that I am a brother, you always try to undermine or go around me. And that is not business. That is disrespectful, right? There's protocol, right? There's protocol. And the moment somebody does these type of things, they go around you or trying to undermine you, I cut them off. You're a snake. You're in the bushes, right? These motherfuckers don't want to turn their camera on. You know why they don't want to turn their camera on? Because, see, one thing about me, I love turning my camera on. I have my specs on. I'll take them off right now. Because the light, I got so much light on over here. That's why I be having the glasses on. But I'll take the light off. The reason why I always have my camera on is because I'm confident. I'm not cocky, I'm confident. And I think a lot of guys that podcast, not only are they not confident, this is not their lane. If you can't come on with your microphone and your thoughts and get busy, like what you see Greg doing right here, he's getting busy. He doesn't have an entourage. He's putting his link out. No, these guys, and this is why boxing to me is dead on YouTube, because this is what boxing consists of. Gatherings. People are comfortable with the gathering. And then I want y'all to hear me out. Not only are they comfortable with the gathering, all of these guys that gather around and sit around, they all have their own channels, but they spend more time gathering up instead of building up. Build your shit. Build what you got going on. These guys can't do that. They can't do that. And the reason why they can't do that is because they're not that. They are not that. But man, Greg was cooking. Look, and I'm doing this the proper way.
But you want to play with Brother Abdullah Mason. Why? And I know why. Because you know it's not in his mannerisms to act that way. He's opposite of what you are. He don't like.
He don't. See? He's spot on. He don't. Abdullah don't get down like that. Smash the like button, y'all. Hit the like. Likes are free. Abdullah does not move like that. Abdullah's a G. He's a G. A godly brother. He thought I was going to say a gangster. No, he's a godly brother. So it's not in his mannerism to be niggerish, right? To be niggerish. You are being niggerish, making a scene, right? Abdullah told you in Norfolk, yo, I do my talking with these. I do my talking with these, right? But man, definitely check out this live stream. You know what I'll do? Let me put the link. I'm gonna put the link to this live stream in my chat, right? I can do that for Greg. I want y'all to check that out, man. That's my guy, man. GHB TV. It's a good fire live too. It's about an hour. Man, he cooked. He cooked. All right. GHB. Hold on. Where is he? Hold on, man. I just had the brother up here. See, what I like about the Philly brothers, they got a good unity core with him, YSM, Bosey, and those guys down there. They built their base. I like them a lot, man. You know, we used to get a lot of work in Philly. Still do. Right? Still do. Like if you want to get, and I say this respectfully, right? There's you can get a lot of good work. I remember I took the Spence brothers down there, man. They in Florida right now. Matter of fact, that's when I think Jihad might have been like 18, right? He was still young pro, maybe even 17. He sparred with Wu. That's how I know Wu. I know Aubrey. I know Rodney Rice and all those guys down there. Been around those guys. They're good, solid people. But I remember bringing the Spence brothers down there too, right? Like, yo, that's how you really grow and groom fighters. You got to go to different regions, man. And one thing about us over here in the East Coast, right? The East Coast, man, we have it's especially when you really network. And one thing about me, I network, right? There's a lot of work up and down the East Coast line, man. Like, if you travel, which a lot of y'all claim to do, but don't do because of shows, but if you travel, you could groom a good fighter from going upstate New York, Schenectady, Albany, right? If you really even ride Rochester, New York, which is a little distant, but you know, Rochester, you have Massachusetts area, Boston. Then you jump down to Jersey, Philly, DC, Maryland, even Virginia. If you feel like it, you can take it a step further and even go into North Carolina a little bit. You get a lot of good work right there. Now, you can take it even a step further. Tread out to Ohio, right? It's a nice circumference here. And then when you hit the West Coast, right, you have Vegas, which is bomb. You can go to California, bomb, getting good work, man. See, these are things that I have done throughout my Shanewz boxing endeavors, man. That got overlooked. that got overlooked. I remember when Marley, shout out to $1 Million Marley, was 10 years old. We was all in Vegas getting that top tier work. Mayweather gym, Capitiella gym, right? He was getting that experience. That's why he became a 5-time national champion. That's why he became a 5-time national champion, man. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, man? But yes, Greg was definitely cooking on that. Let me get that link in my chat, and then I'm going to move on. I might pull up on some live streams today, man. Because like I said, these guys are trying to front on me, man. So it's time for me to pull some receipts, man. It's time for me to pull some receipts on these dudes, man. You know? And I felt like I said, I felt offended and disrespected, man. Like, you don't do what I do, homie. Never have. You don't do what I do, my nigga. So stop it. You know? And then you even attempt to trying to riff like me, right? You trying to riff like me, man. That's not cool, man. That's not cool, man. And then you let these people attempt to act like it was just nasty out here, man. But listen, sell some tickets, man. Sell some tickets, homie. You gotta sell some tickets, right? And have your core base that sits around and supports you. Buy some tickets, man. I'm trying to find Greg's page real quick. All the YSM stuff is coming up. Yo, he has a channel. GHB. It's GHB TV, man. Why is it not coming up, man? Let me see. Maybe it's GHB Boxing. Yo, it's not coming. Yo, I just watched it, man. Yo, nah, man, look. Yo, I watched the live stream the other day, man. Now I cannot find his channel, yo. It's only coming up YSM. Come on now, man. This is what I be talking about with this. This internet is rigged, man. Yo, I was just on it the other day, man. Everybody else's shit is coming up with him, right? Why isn't his? Yo, Greg is in the algorithm. Yo, that's what all that means. That means he's in the algorithm and they trying to hide his channel. Yo, everybody's probably doing reactions on him. And they just hiding his channel right now, man. Which is, to me, is nasty work. Look, everybody else's shit is coming up with him, right? Y'all see that? Because I wanted to put the link. Look, Cigar Talk. Shout out to Cigar Talk, right? See, they tried to use him to trick me too, man. That's why I didn't go crazy. This guy's doing commentating now, man. I told you, yo, Najee was an agent, fam. Yo, look, a lot of y'all was looking up to Najee. They had Najee come on YouTube, right? Look, I remember telling, and look, when I talk my source, I put my receipts up there. I remember telling World Combat Sports, I was like, yeah, that nigga's an agent, right? And the reason why I knew he was an agent, right? And I used to front on the top, rank people about this. And I see, when I talk my shit, I have receipts, right? Najee used to come online and be like, yo, nigga this and nigga that. And it was cool. I remember when They used to always try to tell me I had to clean up my language, but I was like, yo, when Nazi came on the scene, I'm like, yo, what? And he's getting crazy access and rhythm. I said, yo, he's an agent. They used to always tell me, oh, you're too, that's unprofessional. Look at Nazi now. Nazi's doing broadcasting and commentating. We could pull his channel up. He was nigga this and nigga that. Remember when he interviewed Edgar? Nigga this and nigga that. Shakur, the same thing. Now, he's on the networks. He's doing Toledo promotions. The Zone broadcasting. Come on, man. This game is rigged. It's not about who you know, it's who you know. Huh? What you are willing to do. It is what it is, right? How's the content looking, man? That is why I do what I do now. Every time I see them attempt to put somebody that I know is a crab in the barrel, a jealous fan in the lane, I run them over. And that's what I did with these particular gentlemen. I ran them all. Yes, it's rigged, cousin. Absolutely. Absolutely, cousin. It is rigged. It is rigged. You are spot on. That's why you have to look. It's rough, man. But you got to be like me. You got to be independent. You got to grind. You got to pray and stay down, man. Your time will come. See, it's my time now, man. You know this whole live stream. I used to do live streams, right? Share a gem with you and be on live right here at my desk. Not this particular desk because I built this one up, but I will be in the library in my studio setting, and there will be nobody in there the whole time. But my content, things I talk about, you will see other people take it and run it. I always knew, right? This live right here, there's been people in here since I started the live. I used to talk on deaf ears. There's a lot of people in here right now in the bushes, man. But I appreciate you in the comments, cousin. Thank you for the gift again. Yes, it is rigged. I just think that the people that control, especially the media, the music industry, the boxing industry, you got to sell your soul, man. You got to sell your soul, man. Right? You got to sell your soul. I learned that, man. You got to sell your soul, man. And I don't do that. Look, the guys that sell their soul, you got, and I learned this, man. I've been in the game, man. The media game. I watch guys sell their soul for media credentials. They still do it to this day, man. Look, my whole thing was when I started doing media and I was seeing that, I was like, damn, these niggas, they don't even understand. You got the media, content creating, we're the bottom of the barrel, man. Right? We're the bottom of the barrel. You dudes is that cutthroat to undermine for a credential. If you a fisher, right? And what I mean by a fisher, if you are self-sufficient, you're a boss, you don't need media credentials to cover a fight. Yeah, it's cool to have, right? And you know what really, and I always thank them for this, the PBC. The PBC never gave me a credential, but you would not know that from the work that I had with the Russell brothers, with Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, what's my man's name? Tony Harrison, Jared Hurd, all of their prominent superstar fighters. I never, ever got a credential with the PBC. But my catalog of PBC fighters, you would not know that. You would not know that. Yo, you wouldn't know that, right? And the reason why you wouldn't know that is because I am blessed and I get busy. Right? I am blessed and I get busy, man. And I'm working with a purpose. See, a lot of dudes, they're not working with purposes. They're in the way. And this is who, shout out to Cuzzo, says, the rigged game, they pick out. They want to crash dummy. And a lot of times, it's like the 48 laws of powers. They will use these dudes to try to make you crash out to get in the way. They attempted to do it with me and Najee, right? Najee said I was a weirdo. And I seen him, I confronted him this past summer at an event. And I was like, yeah, you're an agent. I didn't say it to him, but look, it shows now. Look at now. Najee's doing this thing. He's an agent. Now, had I went there with Najee, they would have used that against me. They would have used that, man. That's what they do. I told you, he's unprofessional. Look at him. Because they used to always say that about me back in the day, that I was extra aggressive. You know how I killed the game with that? They said I was aggressive, right? I said, yo, I'm talking to fighters. These niggas are aggressive warriors that fight for a living. I'm supposed to be passive, right? As a media, I'm supposed to be passive. That's when I knew the game was rigged. How are you supposed to be a fighter, a boxer, an MMA guy? These are combat athletes. They are aggressive. That's what they do. So to tell me as a media person that I was aggressive, I laughed. I said, nah, you guys want punks. That's when I knew the game was rigged. It was infiltrated. You want a punk. I'm not a punk. I'm a man. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, man. And I'm not even trying to offend nobody. I'm just letting it be known what this game is. It's rigged. Look at these old salty dogs. You salty, two salty dogs, man. But shout out to Greg Hackett, right? Great video. Definitely check that out. That was GHB. I wanted to pull the link up, man. They not letting me pull his link up, man. Because Greg is in the argue with them big time. Right? What I'm going to do is, I'm about to put out some content right now. I'm going to drop this video right here, y'all. Yeah, I was moving. I'm going to drop this video right here, y'all. You see this video right here? This is what I do, man. This is some of the stuff that I do. The industry looks for desperate people, facts. Not only do they look for desperate people, there's a couple, they look for people that just sit around. Like Cuzzo, they look for people that they can control. If they know you don't got nothing going on, right? If they know you got nothing going on, yeah, they send somebody to you, right? Right there, but oh yeah, he's an easy puppet to control, right? Yo, Top Rank loves niggas like that, man. Top Rank gonna get mad at me for saying that, but they do, man, right? Yo, they all do. PBC, look, Top Rank never was like that, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Top Rank fell off. They started getting like that because of the PBC. PBC been on that type of time. But now Top Rank is even moving like that, man. They get these old crash dummies with no motion, right? Yeah, they put them in a room. Yo, listen, I remember covering a boxing event, right? And I really started falling back once I started getting my camera game up, right? Because I said, I'm just going to be a photographer. Because when I first was in the field, Cuzzo, I used to get mad interviews, right? But then I got peeped to their game. They used to watch me. And then they would try to put people in place, like try to shut me down and have somebody think and move with the same tenement and everything that I do. So then I fell back. I just became a photographer. Like I'll shoot the fight. I play the cut now because I watched them have guys try to watch you and then move and copy what you do, but they can't. They sent these guys out now, right? They don't even know how to cover the event, right? It'll be a media strum. If you look at some of these guys' content, right? When they cover a media strum, they just be in the mix. Why are you here? See, me, I used to go in there. This is when they knew about me. They was like, yo, he's different. Yo, I would be in there working the room, right? Yo, if this dude was official, check this out. I'm gonna say his name because he's not official. Clarence McLean, No Duck Zone podcast. Dude ain't official. If he was official, right? This nigga's my son, right? You're my son. Yo, he was at an event, right? This nigga would always watch me at an event, right? This nigga's my son. I used to sit in the back. I sat in the back and I was working with Jahad Tucker at the time. I sat in the back. You know who sat next to me? The matchmakers. This nigga didn't know that. The top ranked matchmaker sat next to me, Brad Goodman. That's the top ranked matchmaker. He sat right next to me. I started talking to Brad Goodman right in front of him. Yo, this dude comes over, right? Not even knowing who Brad Goodman is. I know he didn't know. He may know now. At the time, he was so unprofessional, right? I just played it off. And then I slid on him. I slid on him because I'm like, yeah, you just ruined our conversation, right? I'm networking. I slid on him because I'm like, bro, you in the room, you're not even doing nothing. Get you some content, right? This is what you're here for. Get you some content. You don't even know how to do that, right? And it still shows to this day when you work events now, you still don't know how to get content. Yo, I slid on him. I went right over there and chopped it up with Stitch Durant. Yeah, he watches me do that. Yo, I interview Stitch Durant right in front of him. He's just sitting in the room as always. This is what he does now. Because this is the problem with the game. You put people in the room that's not networking. See, I always said it. Once they let me in the room, not only am I going to network, I'm going to take off. And that's what I did. I took off. Right? But yeah, we was in the room, and yo, this dude's sitting there watching. Just watching. That's what they do. They watch. He watched that. Yo, he watched me interview Mickey Bay. Right? Like, yeah, they've been trying to groom this dude for so long, but he just doesn't have it. When you don't have it, you don't have it, man. He don't have it, bro. You know why he doesn't have it? Because he can't come online and do a show by himself. I guarantee you, if he's online right now, right, and we could look it up. Matter of fact, let's look it up. I bet you if this guy's online, right, I'm gonna go to his channel. Am I on YouTube? No, I gotta go to YouTube. I bet you if this guy's online, because he comes on around 8:00. I bet you if he's online, he has a whole bunch of people on the panel with him. I bet you. This is YouTube boxing. Niggas come online with no motion to bet. Let's bet right now. It's 4 y'all in here. If I'm right, somebody put $1 in the Cash App. If I'm right, I bet you this dude has 1 million people on the panel. I bet you. Yo, Gumbo, you want to bet? I bet you Clarence, No Duck Zone podcast, McLean, my son, the copycat. I bet you he's sitting online with a panel, motionless right now. Motionless. This is the bet. This is the bet right here, y'all. I bet you I'm correct. I bet you. Watch. Pull them up. I guarantee you. No motion. That is no motion. No duck talk, right? No duck talk. Let's see if he comes up. Did he come up? Let's see if he comes up. No duck talk. I bet you he has a panel. Yes, here he is. This is him right here. Right? If he has a panel full of people, couple people, somebody put $1 in the chat. I'll match it. Look.
Watch that are I could
look, I called it. Man, give me my flowers, man. It's too look at his face. Look. No motion. You got a hoodie on. He's KO right now. Man, I'm out of here. Look, you see how you know these dudes? Yeah, you see how you exactly spot on. A1, Ronald McDonald. Yo, Ronald McDonald, facts. Look, I'm out of here, man. I gotta put $1 in my cash app. Hold on. I called this. I called it, y'all. Look, I told you. This is what these niggas do. This is what these niggas do. And this is the new boxing media. This is the new one nigga's in the car, the other nigga's probably in the car. Like, come on, man. Nah, he was on, Gumbo. You see it right there. He's on. I just pulled it up. Look, let me put $1 in my cash app. Man, did I call that or what, man? Yo, I know these niggas, bro. I know these niggas to the T, bro. I swear, man. Oh my God. Yo, I know these guys, man. I called it. Y'all. Oh my God, I can't make this shit up, bro. Yo, you can't make this shit up. Hold on. I gotta put $1. I gotta put a couple dollars in my joint, man. Nah, he was on, Gumbo. I just showed it. Yeah, look, he had. Shout out to the dudes he had on there, man. One of them was in the car breaking something down, probably. I didn't play the audio, and the other one probably was, this is what they do, man. This is what they do, man. I was spot on. Hold on, man. Where is my shit at? I knew it, man. These guys are so predictable, man. And these are the people that they secretly try to fund to undermine you. Yeah, I had to throw that in there. Look, when you know what you do, look, these guys are not me. Look, these guys are not me. Do not categorize. Oh man, Gumbo, I'm gonna throw another one in there. Look, Gumbo, did you start your channel yet? I'm gonna match it. I'm gonna match that. I'm gonna put $5 in there too, Gumbo. I'm gonna put $5 in here too. Now I just put 2. I said Shanewz Boxing LLC, marketing, management, media. He said one of these jobless dudes hiding in their car so his mom doesn't see him walk. Yo, Gumbo, I dig it. These are the type of niggas. Yo, man. Hold on, let me match that 5, Gumbo. Yo, Gumbo, do you have? Put your channel. I wanna promote your channel real quick. Hold on, let me match that 5 and promote Gumbo's channel real quick. All right, Gumbo, I just matched it. All right. Here we go. I just matched your channel. Here is your channel. I told him to go subscribe to you. Right here. Go subscribe to my brother, Gumbo, official in the game. I know you're driving. Look what I said, though, Gumbo. Official in the game. Go subscribe to his channel. I gave you guys a little preview of what his channel will be entailing. And one thing about the trucking industry, they actually support. This ain't like the boxing industry. Look, Gumbo got the ladies over here. Gumbo has one of his ladies over here. You can go subscribe to her too. Kwee had a show on last night. Kwee, I was watching your show. Salute to you. See you over here. Stop buying these bum ass niggas drinks, right? I get it. You want to buy niggas drinks and shit. No, you don't buy bum ass niggas drinks. That's a man. You don't buy bum ass niggas drinks, right? That's I get it, right? If he's not your man, right? If he's not your man, I don't know. I'm cut from a different cloth. Maybe it is what it is. But don't be buying these bum nigga drinks. My whole thing is this, especially when I used to be out there doing these type of things. If you at the bar and you can't buy a drink, stay your ass home. Why are you even at the bar, right? Why are you even at the bar, man? If you at the bar and you don't have money to buy your drink, why are you there, right? I used to have to beat niggas up at the bar like that, man. I used to be like, yo, get this nigga out of here, right? I work security at bars and shit. I used to be like, yo, this nigga got to get up out of here. Why is he here? He doesn't have no money, right? Yeah, he has no funds. Why are you even at the bar, right? Why are you at the bar? You shouldn't even be here, right? Respectfully. You should. Yo, Gumbo, you feel me? Like I work security, man. I used to be like, yo, man, get this nigga out of here, man. They used to get mad at me, but then the managers and the owners used to love me because they used to be like, yo, you have the right mentality. Like, for real. Like, listen, man, this is a business. This nigga's here with no money. He's not spending no money. Why is he here? Get him out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Word. Get the fuck out of here. Go outside, man. And then, I'm waiting for you outside. Nigga, you gonna be left outside waiting for me. Because when I come out there, it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. I will leave you out here, man. I will leave you here, right? But shout out to Gumbo. Definitely go support what he got going on. He is official Shanewz Boxing. Official, right? We do the trucker driver series. I would have been doing it right now. And also, shout out to NYT and CW Thumbnails. She said, I'm not around bums no more. Kwee ain't playing. There you go, Kwee. You can't. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, Kwee. Look, this is a boxing channel, but we also drop gems, right? I'm going to tell you like my grandfather told me, right? You are going to be the company you keep. So if you're around people that get money, you're going to eventually start getting money. If you're around bums, that shit is going to jump on you. You're going to be like this. That shit will jump on you. Before you know it, you might turn into a bum. That's why you don't be around those type of people. You don't. She said, I'm not around bums anymore. I was thinking it was a nice gesture. No, it's not. It is a nice gesture, right? And my brother Gumbo will tell you this. You should have just bought him some food. Normally at the bar, most bars, they serve food. He probably was hungry. So you should have just got him some food or some wings or something. And getting him a drink, that's not a good look. Because he doesn't need a drink. He needs food. He probably needs a job. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. See what you started, Gumbo? See what you came over here started in the chat, Gumbo? But no, dude, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Because then, right, I'm gonna tell you, right? Some of these niggas, they be bums, right? But then they get a full sense, I'm macking, I'm pimping. No, you're not. You're not macking and pimping, right? Because pimps have money. Macs have money. You are a bottom feeder. You're not getting money. You're a beggar. It's a difference. A Mac, a pimp, they have money, right? You are a bum. Right? It's levels to this. I don't want to go there with this live. Maybe one day I'll do one of these lives. I'll get my homegirl to come on, right? We'll do the gossip section and we can break it down. We'll break that down. But shout out to Kwee and Gumbo. Subscribe to her channel too. I was watching her last night. She was rocking and rolling, man. Good topics, right? Good topics. But look, I just got the text. I got a text here, right? I'm reading the text. Yeah, they were mad. They're mad. I didn't kill Keyshawn Davis. I did not kill Keyshawn Davis. Let's just put that out there. Oh, appreciate you subbing. Thank you. I just highlighted what Greg Hackett said about him. I did not kill Keyshawn Davis. Greg Hackett did. I just highlighted what Greg said. But it's the truth, man. We got to stop that as black men attacking each other. Because that's what he did. He attacked Abdullah. But Abdullah give him what he's looking for. Abdullah give him what he's looking for. Let me go over here. I got something I want to show y'all real quick before I lose the what's the name? It's going down to NYC, y'all. My man Joe Dini, I was telling Joe Dini, stay out the city, right? Oh, hey, look, Gumbo, you seen this yesterday, Gumbo? This was me moving and grooving, being like my big bro. They don't let me really get in the rigs like this no more, man. But I was in it yesterday, Gumbo. Look, I was in it yesterday, Gumbo, moving and grooving. I don't really get in it too much anymore. I mean, they be having me in the equipment. But you see me sliding and gliding yesterday. That was yesterday, big bro. Right? But I want to go over here. Look, it's going down in the city, man. It's getting real tricky out here, right? It's getting tricky out here, Gumbo. Look at this. Yo, did y'all see that? Yo, this dude was in Midtown Manhattan with a bomb. A bomb scare. She said Keyshawn gonna end up writing a check he can't cash. Yeah, but yo, Kwee, what I think he's doing, and I'm not mad at him, he knows controversy sells. You see, it's a method to his madness. Content creators are talking about him. And that's why I said he did what he did with Abdullah, because when I really broke it down, look, I just got a text. I told you they're both managed by Jay Prince. They're both Jay Prince fighters, and they're both a top rank. So will they fight? Yeah, they can fight, but will they fight right now? Definitely not. If you know the business, that fight is not happening. It won't even happen. Jay Prince he's not going to cash both of them out against each other, especially when Abdullah's only 21 years old and the sky's the limit. Now they probably get mad at me for exposing that, but it is what it is. That's what I do on my channel. We give y'all the ism. Why would Jay Prince, who manages the youngest world champion in boxing, Abdullah Mason, have him fight against another one of his fighters in his stable? And that is another reason why I always say the Shakur Stevenson fight with Keyshawn Davis probably won't happen unless the money is crazy through the roof. Right? Now, Kwee, I disagree with that. When it comes to YouTube boxing and boxing period, all attention is good attention. YouTube boxing is a cesspool. Look, everybody's talking about Keyshawn Davis in a good way, bad way. Anyway, they're talking about him. So it is what it is. Keyshawn is good with that now. He knows that. He's learned the algorithm. He knows controversy sells. When you do ignorant shit, it jumps off. Yeah. Jay Prince ain't letting that fight happen. The money got to be crazy. Like, the money got to be crazy. Because they play, rich, wealthy people play the long game. They play the long game. And what YouTube boxing analysts and YouTube boxing content makers don't understand is that's how the game is played. She said, I can't listen to the lies. I unsubscribe from so many channels. I listen to them more though, Quee. Sometimes I do reactions on them and then they get mad. And then when they see me in person, they don't want to do nothing. Yeah, Leonard Ellaby's voice, you ain't gonna do shit, right? You ain't gonna do shit. Top of the morning, good brother. How are you, man? He said, Coach Motivation. Who else are they going to copy? They have no motion. And when brothers have no motion, they have no options. Yeah, they be copying, man. Sad. It's a sickness, man. Yo, Tom, they copy and then they get mad when you call them out for copying, man. They get mad. Like, nigga, yo, Tom, I tell them like Eddie Kane, man. They be like Flash in the bushes. Remember how Flash was looking at Eddie Kane putting it down? He said, you want to riff like me. How does it feel to be me, right? How does it feel to be me, man? But yo, imagine, let me get back to this, man. And we'll get back to the chat. Yo, imagine this is like a parade, a run or something. Imagine being there and a nigga running up with a bomb. Look at this, man.
Boom!
That's obvious as Central Park. If you know the city, right, Tom? That's Central Park. So this nigga was running around with a bomb, man. It's getting crazy out here, man. It's getting crazy, man. See, Gumbo, I told you I'm ready to get off the grid, man. That's why I need to move to the country. I need to move to the country, man. You heard? But that was like Blue Blood would say, that was diabolical, right? But shout out to the NYPD for handling that, man. That NYPD officer turned into a strong safety. You see, he tackled dude, and he just wanted to whooping his ass. He was just whooping his ass, man. Now he's gonna get away with that. Yo, he said he did. Look, I'll bring it back. He said he did. They tackled his ass. They beat him up too. He got the shit beat
until
out.
it's fight night.
Look. Yo, it was a bomb threat, man. Yeah, they beat him up, Gumbo. Look, they beat him up. See? Yeah, they did him dirty, man. Now, this could all be propaganda, right? This could all be propaganda because you know how the media does. But still, man, there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, especially with the war. I definitely want to cover that too, man. I think I'm going to cover that, man. I think I'm going to cover that. But I told you those guys was going to be online, right? Yeah, I be knowing, man. That's the media marketing agent in me, man. I knew those guys was going to be online in a pack. Yeah, they was going to be in a pack. Didn't I say that shit, man? Yo, one thing about social media, man, right? Motherfuckers will show you who they are on social media. They will, man. They're going to show you. Look at Havoc in the building. Yo, this is Andre. This is my guy right here, Havoc, Andre. He works with Jihad too. Andre Rozier. He liked my content. This is Andre Rozier, one of the top trainers, NYC. There he is. Havoc in the building. All right. We are in the hurt business. That's Uncle Dre. Shout out to Uncle Dre. Havoc. He just worked Jihad's corner this last fight, yeah. He was down there. I think he did the trunks too. if I'm not mistaken. He might have even did the Trunks. Andre Rozier, Danny Jacobs. He liked my video. Look, see? Look, he liked my video right here, y'all. I told you my hands are official, man. That's a world champion coach right there liking my content, man. See? The hands are official, man. I just don't talk this boxing, I show it. I was in the gym last night. Yo, Gumbo Amani sparred last night. He looked good. He's coming along. I just didn't post no footage. But Amani sparred last night. Right? Yo, Gumbo, you laughed at my content with Joe? Yo, that video, those are the original Joe Dini Chronicles. That's what got us on ESPN. When Joe said the infamous line, turn that fucking camera off. Yo, the ESPN producers came down and ran with that. Yo, they loved it, that energy. Right? They loved it, that energy, man. Right? That's when I knew I had something. I said, yo, man, the networks are stealing my content, man. They took the Joe Dini Chronicles, man. Know what I mean? They took the Joe Dini. Yo, Joe's hilarious, man. I was trying to get Joe on A&E, man, and Bravo, and the Weed Network, man. They didn't see the vision. Yo, ESPN came and ran with it, boy. Yo, they did not see the vision. I was like, yo, this guy's hilarious, man. Yo, this guy's hilarious. Yeah, I had the Joe Dini Chronicles in Vegas. When I had the if I had all the equipment I have now, I could have made my own shit. Because I would have had the camera going for 24 hours when we was in the Platinum. And I would have got all of that shit. And with the team that I got now, I would have edited it up. I would have put my own shit out. Instead of all those clips that I got. Those clips is hilarious, though. But he was like, that guy, he was easy. I broke his ass up. I hit him in his hip, and he went down like this. Yeah, those shits was classic. Yeah, Joe was Gumbo, he's too funny, man. He is too funny, man. All you gotta do, right? Like, when Marley and Amani and the guys used to spar, right? And the Spence boys, we used to have all them in there. And I used to do the Bomac to him, man. I used to be like, yo, I'm gonna work Marley's corner, right? And you work Spencer's corner. I was like, yo, I'm gonna take you to school today. Yeah. I used to get off my Bomac with him. Like, yeah, sit back and watch something. You're gonna learn today. But that was classic. When he told me to get the effing camera up out of here, man. But look, I stayed on for almost 2 hours, man. Gumbo, thank you for the donations. We're gonna wrap this up. I'll probably be back on sometime this afternoon. I have the whole day today. So I'm gonna go to the studio. I'm gonna do a studio setting. These guys say they in the studios, they be in closets. They are Kelly, trapped in a closet. But definitely subscribe to Gumbo's channel. We're going to get up out of here. But look, shout out to CW Thumbnails for the theme song. We got the theme music over here now. Every superhero should have a theme song. And shout out to Kwee. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, right? But look, before I go, I want y'all to hear the audio. This was Joe Dini the other night. This is hilarious, y'all. Listen to Joe Dini.
That's with Joe. Get that fucking camera out of here. Come on, man. Get out of here. Coach and fighter, coach.
Yeah.
Coach and fighter. Yeah, read.
Yo, what's up, man?
Where's your water?
Every time
Good word. Get some water. And that's with Joe.
get that fucking camera out of here. Come on, man.
Oh man, yeah. I love the gym. I love the gym, y'all. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap it up. Shout out to Kwee. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Don't be a stranger. You know, we get to the motion over here.
Check the blueprint, homie, the hustle's total. Shanewz starts the wave, the vision is golden. Top tier manager, I'm running the whole scene while these rookies just dreaming. I'm keeping it clean. Shanewz brand, we the kings of the fight. War eagles soaring, we taking the light. Dragon riders gallop, destroy the competition. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision. Shanewz on top, that's the worldwide vision.
Yo, and I want to say thank you to executive producer Gumbo. Look, Gumbo is bringing new subscribers to the channel. See? Thank you, Gumbo. And I appreciate you, Kwee, for pulling up, right? We're going to close out with some vintage source drops, man. You know, we have the vintage source drops. Shout out to Coach Reem, you know, my young daughter. Youngest publicist in the game, man. Coach Reem has stats, baby.
Nice. 1, 2. Bring him back to the castle. Back to the castle. Yep. Move him around. Yep. 1, 2. Back to the castle. Yeah. Work. Bring him back up. You gotta bring your hands back up, though.
Oh my gosh, it's sweating. Down, Narina. Down, Narina. I'm taking a video. You want to be famous? Run down.
Yeah, that one right there is my favorite, man. That's one of my favorites of all time, man. Yo, when my oldest daughter said, "I'm taking a video. You want to be famous?" Oh man, I can't, man. Yeah, those are the classic gems right there. Yeah, she told her sister, "I'm taking a video. Do you want to be famous?" Yo, you can't make this up, man. But shout out to my babies. Everybody knows them in the game. They've been stepping. Real boxing babies.
Setting it up, coach. All right, let your heart go now. Let your heart go.
One day you'll get your palate used to that raw fish. Gotcha. What's that? What else you got for me?
What's your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go is the beach. I love the beach, yo. Anywhere if there's a beach nearby, I love to go there, relax, walk along the beach, barefooted, get my feet dirty. Yeah, I'll stick my foot in the water. I don't go in the water though. There's sharks and stuff in there. Nah, I don't mess with that. All right. That's good.
Do you play basketball?
Look at my height. I'm short.
In the arena, look who I got. Ring girl.
Hi, Missy girl.
Hey. Thank you.
Yes, this is the Source Talk with Keyshawn Davis.
The Source Talk, okay.
First off. Yes, this is Source Talk. Showtime Shanewz Midi say I got the man himself, Mr. Sugar Hill.
First off, champ, thank you for your time. This man needs a little introduction.
Sugar Hill on sauce.
That's right.
What's going on, Coach? What we looking like? What we looking like, Coach?
Gave the audience 7 rounds of a boxing clinic.
That's right.
8th round, we took them out.
That's right.
Easy breezy.
Yo, big. Yo, John, over here. Yo, from the rafters to the floor, man. Yeah, you going up to the floor, man. Yeah, you going up to the rafters or what, man?
Nah, I'm down here all night, Sean.
Oh, okay.
What about yourself, man?
Yeah, we down here. You see, we down here. Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Joe Harris Boxing with the Source. Source Experience. But what do I know?
Got it.
Shout out to Shanewz, the Source Experience. Have a good day, buddy.